Hey guys, it's your boy Mark back with another video. I am here to give you my review of WWE Backlash 2020 pay-per-view review. Guys, the show got off the air a few hours ago actually. I'm just now doing my review because I was off doing other stuff. I wanted to watch some Modern Family. I've almost finished the entire series, and also right before the main event started, it was time for me to eat. Okay, so I had some nice, delicious butter chicken, chocolate, and other stuff. And after that, I still watched the main event while I was eating, of course. But I was hungry, man, and I'm glad I did what I did. But Backlash 2020, it was alright. Honestly, the only thing I'm really gonna get all crazy about this show about is honestly the main event. And there was also some other solid stuff, but it was alright. I would say a solid show overall. It was a solid show overall. That's what I would say. But guys, Backlash 2020. I was excited for the show, mostly for the WWE Championship match, and of course, the greatest match ever. The main event, Edge versus Randy Orton. That's how they promoted it. And AJ Styles is the Intercontinental Champion, which is amazing. It's just amazing, man. I was rooting for AJ to win, and he did. Even though he was facing Daniel Bryan, and I'm a big fan of Daniel Bryan. I'm actually a bigger fan of Daniel Bryan than I am AJ Styles, I would say. But I wanted AJ to win still. Alright, now Backlash 2020. I don't really have any fancy thing to say, really. I just want to get on with this review. We have the kickoff match, which is the United States Championship match. Apollo Crews defending against Andrade. This was a fun started match actually, and it was only about 7 minutes. I forgot what happened, honestly, but I remember it being a fun match, and they had good chemistry with each other, Apollo and Andrade. And Andrade got a near fall with the DDT at the end, and then Kevin Owens actually came out for commentary. When he came out, I was like, man, what the heck is he doing here? But Kevin Owens came out just to do commentary, and Apollo Crews did his finisher for the 1, 2, 3 on Andrade. And it was a fun, solid match. You had to have something on the pre-show. I kind of expected this to be on the main show. But, you know what, it's all good. At least, people who don't have the network, who don't pay for the network. Well, actually, Bishop pays for the network. I use my boy Bishop's network. That's how I am able to get these amazing reviews out for you guys. Because my best friend Bishop, you got to thank him for these reviews. But yeah, it was a fun match. I enjoyed it. But now, the next match, the show officially begins, and we start off with the Triple Threat Women's Tag Team Championship match. We have Bayley and Sasha Banks, the new Women's Tag Team Champions, by the way. They actually defeated Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross on an episode of SmackDown 2 weeks ago. And it's Bayley and Sasha versus Alexa and Nikki and IIconics. Of course, Peyton and Billie Kay. This was a solid triple threat women's tag team match, actually. And honestly, this is how I think triple threat tag team matches always should have been. I didn't think it made any sense at all, honestly, to be tagging people who aren't even on your team. You know what I mean? Now it actually is a triple threat tag team match. Okay? You actually have 3 wrestlers in there at the same time. Or maybe, did they do that for the 4-ways? I think it might have been the 4-ways, but that doesn't make any sense to me, really, to have just 2 teams fighting at once. Just have all 3 teams fighting there at once. And I hope they stick to that. This was a fun match. And I think it was Bayley or Sasha. Either Bayley or Sasha pinned Alexa Bliss. I think it was Alexa Bliss who got pinned to retain the Women's Tag Team Championship. So yeah. Next up, we have Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Really solid match, actually. I actually went in for a quick shower during the entrances. And, I'm talking 40 seconds in the shower, guys. Had a real quick shower because I just exercised this morning. And I did that during the entrances. And when I got out, like I said, 40 seconds, the match had already started. But it was a solid match, actually. The other match, that was actually... storyline between Sheamus and Jeff Hardy is actually pretty funny. And, people seem, at least somewhat invested in it. And I actually thought Jeff Hardy really had the match won at one point. He did the Twist of Fate, then a Swanton to Sheamus, but Sheamus was close to the ropes. And he, put his feet on the ropes. And then Sheamus was like, I'm going to kill your demons for you, Jeff. Something like that. And then Jeff Hardy was doing an awesome thing on the barricade, but then Sheamus bro-kicked him in midair, which was pretty awesome. Then they got back in the ring. Sheamus bro-kicked one more time. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus defeats Jeff Hardy. Really solid match, actually. I really enjoyed this match. And, yeah. So Jeff Hardy gets defeated by Sheamus. It was a really good, solid match, actually. Next up, we have the WWE Raw Women's Championship match. Asuka defending against Nia Jax. Yes, guys. Becky Lynch is pregnant, and she vacated the championship. And Asuka, by default became the Raw Women's Champion. So, yeah. And so that's the whole story. It's kind of crazy not to have Becky Lynch around anymore. It feels kind of weird, actually. But this match was all right. I was actually excited for this match. But I just thought it was all right, to be honest. I wasn't too fond of the finish. But the good thing is Asuka retained. I'm glad Asuka retained. She might very well be my favorite women's wrestler ever, to be completely honest. She's still undefeated on my universe mode. And I really love Asuka as a wrestler. And it was a double count out. But it was all right. It's just an all right match. And what happened after this match? I think it was the Universal Championship match after this. It's actually a 1-on-2 handicap match. Braun Strowman defending against both Miz and Morrison. It was all right. It's some fun antics going on, but I actually thought it was a co-champion thing. That's what they were hyping it up like. And if that had been the case, then Miz Morrison had this one. Then they were like, wait, no, whoever pins Braun is the champion. And Miz did the skull crushing finale to Braun. I thought that was it. But then it was John Morrison who was technically the legal man. And John Morrison, it was almost a 3. But then Miz was like, no, I want to be champion. And then he got Morrison out of it. And Morrison was like, what are you doing? And then Braun did like a choke slam of some sorts to The Miz. And got him out. Then he did the running power slam to John Morrison for the 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman retains the Universal Championship. And that was it was an alright match. Just pretty much what you'd expect. It's cool to at least see the Miz and I guess and John Morrison in a what's the word I'm looking for? In a Universal Championship match, I hope Miz and John Morrison eventually win the Universal Championship. Or the WWE Championship. I really miss The Miz as world champion, honestly. The Miz was actually WWE champion when I joined YouTube. He literally just won the WWE Championship when I joined YouTube. Yep, all the way back then. The Miz. Yeah. The Miz. And, after this, I think it was the WWE Championship match after this. Yes, next up, the WWE Championship match. We have Drew McIntyre defending against Bobby Lashley. I was super excited for this match. I'll admit this match was different than I expected it to be. You had Bobby Lashley doing a full Nelson to Drew McIntyre before the match even started officially. And then it kind of gets all rocky and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So it's not like straight up wrestling. It's kind of like Drew trying to get back on his feet for a good while, you know, while Bobby Lashley initially has the upper hand. This was some good stuff. They did some real cool stuff in this match. Like, you had Bobby Lashley, like, dropping Drew McIntyre on his head, then smashing him into the freaking barricade, basically. And it was a nice, solid match. And I'm a big fan of Bobby Lashley, actually. Like, I don't know why Smarks just don't like Bobby Lashley anymore. I just think he's such a super fun wrestler to watch, honestly. And I'm a big fan of Bobby Lashley, honestly. I am, okay? And I would have been happy if he did win the WWE Championship. But, you know, I'm a big fan of both Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, so I was happy with whoever won this match, you know? I was happy with whoever won this match. And then there's this whole storyline with Lana. I don't know it because I don't watch Raw and SmackDown all the time. There's something about Lana not being at ringside. Lana comes out, you know, she ends up like unintentionally distracting Bobby Lashley, and then Drew McIntyre headbutts Bobby Lashley, who gets into Lana, makes Lana drop onto MVP, and Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore on Bobby Lashley for the 1, 2, 3, and defeats Bobby Lashley, retains the WWE Championship. Really good, solid match. Admittedly, I would have preferred it if there was no, like, the way it started, you know what I mean? But it was still a real good match. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, one day I would love to see Bobby Lashley win the WWE Championship. Yeah. I hope he does win the WWE Championship one day. Because, yeah. But, yeah, that was a good match. That was a real good match. This is probably my second favorite match of the night. And then we have what was supposed to be a Raw Tag Team Champion match. The Street Profits defending against Viking Raiders. I did not care about this match at all. It literally just got announced today. And, like, I was dreading this match because when it was announced, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. But then this match didn't even happen because it turned out it was to be a whole cinematic, obviously pre-recorded type thing. They were fighting in the parking lot area, and then they smashed Braun Strowman's car, the windshield on it, and then they were like, well, that's Braun Strowman's car, and then like, let's get out of here. And they go inside, they garrison the weapons, and then the Street Profits ran away. Then they got bowling ball, like one of the Viking guys got a bowling ball, and hit it in Montel Ford's nuts. That was funny, and then one of the Viking Raiders got speared through a window, which was pretty brutal. And they were like, man, why'd you do that? And then all of a sudden, Akira Tozawa, with a whole bunch of ninjas, comes on bikes. They arrived on bikes. I didn't mean they, you know. But that was so random, man. And you know what's funny? I actually thought Akira Tozawa was a woman. I thought he had titties, but it was Akira Tozawa when he took the helmet off. That was funny. And then they all fought all the ninjas. Then the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders, they teamed up against the ninjas and Akira Tozawa, and then they defeated the ninjas and Akira Tozawa, but then Akira Tozawa had one giant ninja fella for them. Then they all just ran away, and then they fought on top of a bus thing. Then they all threw each other into a big trash thing, and then they're like, oh man. And then the female referee came up, what are you doing? Your match is up next. And then they were like, and then they started hearing noises or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And there's a big octopusy, like, sea creature in the trash can, in the giant garbage bin thing. It was all like tentacly and all that. What the heck was that? And then they hightailed out of there basically, and that was all she wrote. Like what? So yeah, the match never actually happened, but like we got a really cool cinematic, fun fight thing. Whole bunch of randomness, ninjas and octopus monsters and all that stuff, and there were lots of weird flashbacks too. Yeah, friendly competition, friendly rivalry. That was the whole thing of this. Yeah. But next up, we have the main event. What they called the greatest wrestling match ever: Edge versus Randy Orton. I was so excited for this match. Like I said, this is when I heard there was a whole bunch of like bonus stuff. But like I went to go cook, not cook, but I went to go get some food for myself because I was ready to eat. And when I went back to the main event, it was they were already in the ring. Edge versus Randy Orton. Was this the greatest wrestling match ever? No. Was it epic? Absolutely. I'm not sure what star rating I'm going to give this right now, but I'm giving it at least 4.5 stars. Maybe I'll love it a lot more on repeat viewings, eventual repeat viewings, but this match went 45 minutes long, and there were a whole bunch of technical arm drags from Edge in the beginning. They were doing everything. Edge hit 2 spears. Randy Orton kicked out. Randy Orton was bleeding like crazy, actually, in this match, which was awesome. Randy Orton did 2 RKOs. I think he did 2 or 3 RKOs, and Edge kicked out of every single one. And then Edge actually did the kill switch, which is Christian's finisher, of course. And they actually called it the Unprettier on commentary. And then Randy Orton did the pedigree. Edge kicks out, and it was just a whole bunch of epic finishes, lots of kickouts. It was insane. It was absolutely epic. What happened next? And oh yeah, Edge actually did the rock bottom, which was cool. The ending came. They did everything to each other. Randy Orton actually did a superplex to Edge, and which, knowing Edge's like neck injuries, neck problems, was like, oh dang, And the ending came. I didn't actually see how Randy Orton low blowed Edge, but Randy Orton did low blow Edge. The referee didn't see it. Then he hit the punt kick on Edge. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton defeats Edge in the main event of Backlash. Epic match. Solid pay-per-view. I highly recommend checking this match out. Well, I highly recommend checking this and the WWE Championship match out. 2 great matches. And I'm really like surprised that, honestly, well, I'm not really surprised, but like, I was shocked. Was it really 45 minutes long? Edge versus Randy Orton? It was a great match, though. It was a great match. Edge main evented the last Backlash pay-per-view he was a part of, which was 2009, and it was the last Backlash pay-per-view for a long time. And now the Edge has main evented Backlash yet again. His first Backlash since 2009. And he main evented again. But anyways, that's my review for Backlash, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. So I'm going to upload this review. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you guys watched Backlash, feel free to tell me what you thought of Backlash. And yeah. And yeah. So that's my review of Backlash, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed. Extreme Rules next month, which, of course, I'll be reviewing. So, yeah, that's my review of Backlash, guys. If you enjoyed, peace out.